2008 Toyota Prius that has been lithium-ion battery swapped. It was running okay for a couple of weeks till this last cell was about a volt lower than everything else. The voltage was fluctuating up and down, so I think there might have been a problem with the voltage sense wire. So the guy who supplies these lithium-ion batteries also supplies a balancing cable right here. So if you hook up all the cells together and then it puts everything in parallel and it automatically will balance the voltage out. Now, he said that he burned up this cable. The very first thing I asked was, did you disconnect all of these and pull all these off before you put the balancing cables on? His answer was no. You can't put your balancing cables on with these still on because it'll short it out. These are all hooked up in series, and then if you go hook up parallel on top of that, you're going to see some sparks fly. So we've got a burn spot right here. We'll have to check this out, and then we'll have to see why this battery is a volt low. What we'll do is we'll swap this battery with another one, and if the problem follows the battery, we know it's the battery. If the problem does not follow the battery, we know it's the wire. But I'm going to check the wire first, and if the wire is okay, it's probably then the ECU right here. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hook up the lowest battery with the second lowest battery and try to bring up the voltage on the lowest battery. So I'm going to put my current meter on here and I'll measure the current while I hook up the second lowest battery and see how much it charges. No sparks, so that's good. I'm charging 9.6, 9 amps, 8, 7 and a something. So this is starting to balance out. I'm drawing power off this to charge the lowest one down to 5 amps. We'll keep that up for a little bit, and then we'll hook up the next lowest battery. So I probably don't want to have all the low ones hooked up in parallel and then hook up the high one next. So that's probably not a good idea because then it'll draw more current off the high one. Okay, every battery is hooked up in parallel, and so the highest energy cells are transferring energy to the lowest energy cells, and for everything in parallel we're looking at 15.69 volts on all the cells, so every one of them should be about that. While the pack is balancing, let's see what's going on with this connector here. Alright, I pushed down on that tab, got this up here, and we'll clean off this tab, and we'll make sure, we'll trace the wire back and see, make sure that has good connection back to the ECU. Alright, I've unhooked this connector from the ECU and I'm probing the red wire. The other end of my ohm meter is connected to the terminal. 0.3, 0.4 ohms. Let's check the next one down. It was supposed to be good. Green with 2 dots. And that one. I'm getting the same reading on the green wire, so let's swap the battery cell, or battery pack. Alright, this is the problem we're dealing with. There. The pack voltage and number 1 is going crazy. I gotta find out where that is. I don't know if it has anything to do with what I'm doing here. There's no physical reason why it should be doing this because I can't find any voltages that are doing that. None of the connections are loose that I can tell, and nothing I do affects that. It just kind of comes and goes on its own, and it's really periodic, and it fixes it by itself. The voltage difference is 32 volts about, which is equal to like 2 of these battery modules. So I'm not sure what's going on here.
Oh wait, why didn't I see this wire?
Well, I found it. There it is. This connector right here is busted off. So we'll put a new connector on and that should fix our problem. Alright, I know this connector is supposed to go behind there, but anyway, that's how I had to get it in there to fit because my repair connector on there was a little bigger. Alright, that number 1 battery is back to normal now, and it's not dropping out every 2 seconds like it was before. Fires up, all engine codes, or all battery codes are cleared now.